So, hello everyone, and welcome to the BMS channel. So, we're delighted to have you here. If you are new, please endeavor to subscribe and support the growth of this channel for the spread of science. Okay, we thank you for we thank all our subscribers and everyone who is watching us. So today, in this video, we'll talk about the Nobel Prize winners or announcement for 2025. All right. So before I get to this, I want to just run through the prize winners for the year 2024. So to start with, what is Nobel Prize? That's a prize awarded by the Nobel uh, organization or committee in Sweden to honor the life of Alfred Nobel, who passed who passed on or passed away many years ago. And so this prize is awarded in different areas of basic science, including physiology or medicine, uh, chemistry, physics, economic science, literature, and also the Peace Prize. So for the winners of 2024, for example, which I believe you might have been aware. I'll just run through and give us a background, and I'll get to the ones for 2025, which will be uh, announced soon. So the winners in physics, for example, for 2024 included John J. Hopfield. So, and also Geoffrey Hinton. What they did was fundamental discoveries and inventions that enabled machine learning with artificial neural networks. So their work was basically on machine learning. So usually this work, their word is announced or being pronounced after so many years of research by those researchers, and when their work is already being put to practical application. So you can see that these ones are quite advanced in age already. So these are details about the work they did in physics or basic engineering and physics. So that takes me to the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for year 2024. So they included David Baker, Damis Hassabis, and John Jumper. So for these three, what they did was they work in on protein structure or proteins in general. So for David Baker, he's a renowned scientist who has been working on computational methods to predict protein design. So he's interested, he works on the design of unnatural proteins. So even the natural proteins are quite complicated to study. So you can just imagine designing unnatural proteins. So for Demis, Demis Hassabis and John Jumper, they both work at the Google DeepMind, and they are the people behind AlphaFold. So they presented a work on AlphaFold AI, which had ability to predict the structure of protein using the sequences. I think their first presentation was back then in year 2000, and then they improved it and had AlphaFold 2, which could model or predict the structure of different proteins using the sequences. And then they have improved it to even AlphaFold 3. I believe you might have heard of AlphaFold 3, which can predict the structure of protein and other macromolecules using sequences, including DNA now and RNA. So these two got 1/2 of the prizes. That's Hassabis, for example, got 1/4 of the prize. John Jumper got 1/4 of the prize, and then David Baker got 1/2 of the prize. That's he took half of the prize, and then these two shared the remaining half. Okay, so this is just a more detailed information about what they did. So that takes me into the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the year 2024, which included Victor Ambrose and Gary Rufkin. So what they did, they discovered, they made some discoveries on special RNAs, which are tiny in size, which were regarded as junk RNA, but currently known as the microRNAs, and their roles in post-translational gene regulation. So if you know or you remember the dogma central of biology, which uh, DNA is transcribed into RNA, and then RNA translated into the proteins, and then after the proteins are produced, sometimes they undergo what is known as post-translational modifications, and these microRNA are known to actually also be involved in post-transcription, and that is from um, DNA to RNA, the function after the transcriptional process. And they used a particular small one known as the C. elegans. And they made some wonderful discoveries and also found that those microRNAs are also found in human, and that have paved the way for the development of products, including vaccines to treat certain diseases, including coronavirus. So if I'm not mistaken, not coronavirus, but they are being used in development of different vaccines. I think, yeah, even coronavirus. Yeah, and I think that of the protein work by the chemistry group also had uh, uh, application in vaccine production as well. The one for by David Baker in particular. So this is just the graphic representation of what I was talking of the microRNA here, like in red here, influencing the transcription here from DNA to RNA. So they use C. elegans. So that takes me to the Nobel Prize winner in literature for 2024, which was Han Kang from South Korea, and she's a poet, and her work has focused or has been focused on the historic traumas and uh, fragility of human life. So she won the Nobel Prize in Literature for 2024. You can read more details about her. And for the Peace Prize was given to Nika Hindakao. So I think this is a Japanese group. So you can check out the details talking about avoidance of nuclear weapon use, the usage of nuclear weapon. So against the usage of I think their campaign is against the use of nuclear weapon. So that takes me to the the prize in economic science. So this category included Daron Acemoglu and Simon Johnson, as well as James Robinson. So they were awarded for their work on how institutions are formed and affect prosperity. So how institutions are formed and affect prosperity, basically three of them. So they looked how institutions in prosperous or rich nations affect their prosperity. Also, institutions even in poor or so-called poorer nations or the less developed nations affect their prosperity or the status of their society. So more or less, that's a rundown of the prizes that were awarded with their various contributions. So having said that, let's get back to the announcement for 2025. So for the 2025, like you already have heard, they maintain the same research areas, physiology of medicine. So this will be announced on Monday, 6th October, 11:30 CEST. That's the um, the Sweden time or Swedish time. So and it will be at the Nobel Assembly at the Karolinska Institute. So on the 7th, which will be Tuesday, 7th October at 11:45, it will be the announcement for the Nobel Prize for Physics. So that will be at the Royal Swedish Academy of Science. And the one for chemistry will be announced on the 8th of October, 11:45 Swedish time. And that will be also at the Royal Swedish Academy of Science. The one for literature on the 9th of October at 1 p.m. That's 13:00 Swedish time. And that will be at the Swedish Academy of Science, Swedish Academy at Stockholm. So, and then the Peace Prize will be on the 10th. And yeah, at the Norwegian Nobel Institute. And then the one for economic science prize will be on Monday, 13th October, 11:45 Swedish time at the Royal Swedish Academy of Science. All right, so pay attention. You can follow their handles, maybe YouTube channel and other handles to stay tuned to watch it live. So having said that, I want to also inform us that the Borderless Minds and Scholars been on a corporate social uh, a CSE, that's a corporate social enterprise that's interested in spreading and encouraging science. We share science, and encourage people to do science, and we're interested in knowledge, celebrating knowledge. So what we're going to do is we've set out prizes and calling for nominations of those that you think will win various prizes. That's from medicine, for physics, for chemistry, literature, and economics, science, respectively. Those 5 prizes, please let us know whom you think will be the winner and drop your nomination in the comment section. I will give you a clue on how to have an idea on who will win the Nobel Prize in each of the category. So you could visit some professional groups, including research professional news, for example. You'll see that they have used a source known as the Clarivate. Clarivate is a subunit of the Web of Science, which is a citation platform that's a database that houses very high standard and impactful research globally. So they usually will uh, list out the uh, persons or researchers that they think that will likely be the winners for each year. What they use is the citation of those people and the impact of their work in science. So since 2002, they have been doing this, and they have gotten about 83 nominations for the Nobel Prizes correctly to date. So you could check them out and then let us know whom you think will be the winner in the comment section. So for example, they have said a researcher from China mainland, Tao Zhang, yeah, has also been featured in the list this year for either physics or physics or chemistry, also chemical physics. So yeah, you can just let me know whom you think would be the winner. You can nominate or drop your nomination or the people prediction for all the 5 prizes. That's physiology of medicine, economic science, that's economic science, chemistry, physics, and literature. In the comment section, however, we're going to give you 1 prize. If you win 1 out of the 5, you get the prize. And if you win more than 1, you only get 1. You tell us which one you prefer to be awarded your prize. And the prize money will be $10 sent to you in whichever part of the world you're watching us from. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll wait for your nominations, and good luck with the science you do. You can also check even Scopus, Web of Science. Okay, thank you so much. So that will be the end of this video. So thank you for staying tuned. So remember, in all you do, know and trust God first. Jesus loves you. So bye-bye for now, and stay tuned for our next segment and video. Bye.